the CIA has foiled its own CIA plot, and then they're congratulating themselves because that info leaked out. Another provocateur to action. We're going to cover that in detail tonight on the InfoWars Nightly News. Let's jam in some more calls. Aaron in California. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Alex, first-time caller, so I'm a little nervous. But real quick before I get on to my question, I just want to thank you and your team for doing what you guys are doing. Waking me up, I appreciate that fully, and I'm trying to wake up as many people as I can. But let me get on to my question. I'm 17, and I've been watching you for about 2 years, and I'm trying to get my dad involved, but the only problem is I showed him some of your documentaries, and he falls asleep in the middle of them, or he's not interested, and every time I try to tell him, breaking news story, he laughs it off. He knows the government's corrupt, but he just feels so powerless, like he can't do anything. And, he spent 20 years in the military, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But it kind of saddens me because I want him on my team, and I want to prepare.
Well, look, it's always hard for a father to listen to his son and for parents to respect their children. That's just the way it is, okay? I mean, even if you become more successful than your parents, a lot of times they're just geared. Family is the hardest to sell. Ideas or a vacuum cleaner. Any salesman will tell you that. Any politician will tell you that. Any psychologist will tell you that. So just move on. Try to wake up others, and then as things begin to unfold, your dad will remember it and respect you. But you've got to excel at a bunch of other stuff before you start telling them political ideas, because they tend to think, oh, youth are being filled full of, these ideas and stuff. But, all you're doing is repeating what the Founding Fathers would talk about. It's common sense. It's the rediscovery of that. Love your dad. I'm sure he's a great guy. He says he knows it's corrupt. He does have a feeling of helplessness. So go out and show him. Start a local radio show. Start a podcast. Start doing your own videos. Start getting thousands of people to watch them. Talk about issues. Go out and do your own reports. And then he'll start to listen to you if you want to get your dad awake. But listen, most people sit on the fence even if they're awake. It's always minorities on the side of evil and minorities on the side of good, and that's where the battle is. That's why they always want to make you feel powerless. The truth is, you just got to stop caring, not have fear. And that means not fear what your neighbors think. When you get to my level, it's fear of attack, fear of death, fear of whatever, and just make it all a big joke. The joke's on them. All their fear, all their garbage, all of it, I'm just not partaking in it. I've got my afterburners on. That's the end of it, and this feels good. I'm on the right side of history, so bombs away in the info war. God bless you, my friend. Let's go ahead and take a call from Kim in Florida. Kim, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, this is my first time calling, too, so I'm kind of nervous like the last caller was.
Well, don't be nervous there.
Okay. Well, I'm watching some of I've never listened to you live on the radio. I've just watched some of the InfoWars things on YouTube, and the 9/11 truth thing I'm really interested in a lot. But I caught just the tail end of the guy talking about David, your last guest there. He was talking about that Army doc. What was that? I missed that whole thing.
Yes, ma'am. That's a story at infowars.com that really should be red-linked. The Army admits there's a plan for re-education camps and brainwashing and stuff for the American people. They admit the document's real. Then they engage in a psyop, a total disdain for the American people, and say it isn't for the U.S., even though it says it more than 30 times in the document. So the article is at infowars.com. Army admits Army admits re-education camp manual not intended for public release. So there it is. Infowars.com is the coordinates.
Now, also, since I'm new to all this, and I'm trying to talk to my husband about it, he's also ex-military, like the last caller. Is there a timeline that you have that I could access anywhere that shows okay, what was some of the first things that happened that made you wake up?
Ooh, that's a really good idea. We've done some of those before in general history, but we need a timeline of the police-state globalist takeover and how they're doing it. Great point. We'll try to do that sometime next week on the Nightly News, then air it here on the radio. Fabulous, fabulous idea. If you believe in this information and want to support its viral spread, go to the InfoWars store at infowars.com. We've got the new G.I. Joe InfoWars t-shirts. We've got the incredible Pro Pure gravity-fed filters available at infowars.com in the store. We've got a new DVD, Scientists Under Attack, the Don't Tread on Me flag. We've got all sorts of different bumper stickers to help spread the rebellion virally. It's all there. Wristbands, citizen rule books in every order. Order online at infowars.com today. The water filters, the canteens, it's all there. infowars.com.